On this episode of the Virtual Press Box, I am joined by Drew Melton and Griffin Fountain. This week is NBA exclusive talk as we talk the career of the legendary Russell Westbrook, and then we combine the 1998 and 1999 NBA drafts, and the three of us will draft three separate teams of 7-man rotations. But before all of that, let's hear from Nick and what he has to say with W Energy.
That's right. The Virtual Press Box has partnered with W Energy and their patented jitter-free formula that makes them the next generation of energy drink. So head on over to wenergy.com, and when you get to checkout, after you picked one of their amazing flavors, make sure to use our coupon VPB2023. That's VPB2023, and get yourself 10% off on us. Now, let's get this show started.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Virtual Press Box. I'm your host, Ricky Ramos, and I am joined by Drew Melton and Griffin Fountain. Guys, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you, Ricky?
I'm good.
We're hanging in there. You get in there. Ready for some football.
Right? Yeah. Well, guess what? The Mets have the best record since the trade deadline, so we could pump the brakes on football. So forget all that.
They're still last in the season.
Look, I will say this. If the Mets were in the American League, the Mets would only be 4.5 back of the third wild card right now. We haven't lost a series since the deadline, Griffin. It's not over until it's over.
Till the fat lady sings.
Exactly. But let's not forget, less about all that. How have you guys been? Drew, it's been a minute. You're looking forward to your Cowboys season. How are you viewing them?
Pretty good. Defense has really changed a lot. I hope. New defensive coordinator, a lot of new additions. Did good in the draft. Just signed Von Miller.
Von Miller, that's a good presence.
Yeah, good veteran presence. Offense is pretty much still the same. So, looking forward to it. Ready for it, definitely.
Yeah. Griff, how do you feel about the Titans after preseason game 1?
They didn't look horrible.
No.
But offensive line is still a major hole.
Yeah, I think Drew could outblock J.C. Latham right now.
And, just we'll see whenever it was the first preseason game.
Yeah. A lot of people are giving Cam Ward a lot of shit, but it's preseason game 1, whatever. I will say this. Jackson Dart, if he has this offensive line through 17 games this year, then he's not going to be playing much football after that because preseason game 1, quarter number 1, man comes off the edge and just perfect tackles him. His head smacks off the turf, and guess what? Jackson Dart went to the trainer's tent.
Yeah. Well, they said that, you're not playing no more.
Yeah. They're like, come on.
That one's really kind of on the running back, though. I think he really whiffed on that block.
Like, no one chip blocked him. Dude just uncovered, just plowed Jackson Dart in midfield. I saw that. I was like, man, this is what I got to look forward to again. I thought Harbaugh would get this fixed.
It was like that play with Tennessee and the Texans last year.
Yeah.
And the right tackle and right guard literally run into each other.
Yes.
The center and left guard all pull to the left.
And then Big Jeff is just...
Jeffrey Simmons just goes straight through the middle and gets the sack on CJ Stroud.
Yeah. And then, of course, we have... we also had Will Levis show us why he's not better than 40 quarterbacks in the NFL. That man is awful. Vita Vea got paid. He got $30 million for 1 year extension. So we got the money he's looking for. Will they give Baker the money he's looking for? You don't know. I don't see Baker Mayfield as a quarterback worth $50 million. I don't think he's worth $40 million.
No, he should just be happy with fucking 30 mil, like he's getting paid.
Yeah, like, come on. How about you win your division? It's the easiest division of football. Win your division.
And it's not getting any easier.
No, Tyler Shuck on the rise. The Panthers are kind of plateaued. You got to see what you got with Bryce Young. You know.
Panthers looked halfway decent last year. They weren't awful.
Yeah. And then
you got the Falcons.
They could already fight with the Cardinals with pick number 1. Yeah, that's
Bryce Young is undefeated against the Falcons.
Is he really?
Yeah.
6-0?
Yeah, 6-0 against the Falcons.
Dang.
That shows you how much Falcons football I'm watching. I didn't know he was 6-0 against the Falcons. It got so bad for the Falcons that they brought in Cooper Rush just to run the offense, and then on top of that, in practice, and then on top of that, Matt Ryan is throwing routes.
I seen that. That's crazy.
Like, Penix can't stand there and throw the ball. I understand you're recovering from torn ACL, but he's not the most accurate of guys.
No. He's trying. Don't know how to do, but he's trying.
I mean, look, the defense is good, offense is good, you have good skill position players. But man, oh man, the most important spot in your team, quarterback, is a glare. It's a neon sign that says help. That's all it is.
It's looking rough. Rough in that QB room.
Would they be better off if Matt Ryan comes out of retirement?
Now look, the three of us were there for his last game ever. That shit was sad. He was coming out there looking like Celtic Shaq.
It might be better than what they got, though.
He got outperformed by Ryan Tannehill. Once that happens, hang it up.
Yeah.
That's a former MVP.
Yeah.
But with the housekeeping out of the way, let's tell you where the socials are at, and then we will go into the career of Russell Westbrook. For everybody that is looking to find the Virtual Press Box on social media, it is Facebook at Virtual Press Box, Instagram and TikTok at virtual.press.box. And to listen to the Virtual Press Box, we are on Spotify, Amazon Music, and Apple Podcasts under Virtual Press Box. All right. The career is over for Mr. Russell Westbrook. First all-time in triple-doubles. He averaged 27 and 8 for his entire career. Last year, he still averaged 15, 5, and almost 7 rebounds a game. It was kind of a shocker when he retired, because no one really thought he would retire, because you saw the performance he did last year. I mean, he took the starting job for Dennis Schroeder, and they're like, oh, we could trade off Schroeder now after we gave him $45 million. And now it came out that Westbrook had an offer from the Kings or a 2-year deal from the Wizards, and he turned them down. He retired.
Yeah, I mean, Russell Westbrook is my favorite player of all time.
Okay.
You know, whenever you're a kid, or when we were kids especially, OKC was the team.
Yes, they were.
They were the team on the rise. You know, him, Durant, Harden. And I personally thought the funnest couple of years, was after Harden and Durant left.
When it was just Westbrook?
Just Westbrook with PG and Melo.
Oh, that 1 year with Melo was just crazy to me that even happened.
And that was the ultimate fuck you, Russell Westbrook seasons. I said, I'll do it my fucking self.
Yeah. Drew, how do you feel about Westbrook retiring? The triple-double king.
Definitely a sad day for our generation of NBA fans, sports fans in general, because especially during his prime, walking out, he was guaranteed a triple double, and I know he's all time triple double leader, but Jokic is close on that list, and it's sad to see that he might get passed up this year, honestly. But yeah, whenever him, Harden, and KD, they could have kept those three together, it would have been them and the Warriors just fighting every Western Conference Finals to go to the finals, and it would have been a great sight to see with them three together.
It would have been great. Westbrook retires with 209 triple doubles. Jokic is at 198. He could have that shit done by Christmas.
Yep.
But less about all that. Westbrook, what he did for basketball, and to make it like it was during a period where everyone's like, okay, we got a super team this, super team that, and he's the one that OKC stayed loyal to, and they wanted to build around him. I'm sure things could have been different if Durant would have stayed, but he didn't. He went to Golden State, he started bouncing around since then. But Westbrook, he was different, man. The ability that he had to get rebounds and assists and to just rim run you is crazy. The inability to develop a 3-point shot is what ended his career, I think.
Yeah, definitely. But you just seen that man take off towards the rim. Just get out of the way. Get out of the way. Clear the lane. Clear the lane.
Yeah, clear the lane. I mean, Westbrook, last season, his most recent season, he just retired. He averaged the most threes a game, which was 5.9, so basically 6 threes a game, and he shot 33%. The highest he shot, 3-point percentage-wise, you have to look at 2016, 2017, where he shot 34%, and he averaged 7 threes a game, making 2.5. So, you look at it, though, Westbrook, he has MVP under his belt. He has 3 assist championships, 3 scoring titles, 9 all NBAs. He was all rookie. He's on the 75th anniversary team. So here's my question for you guys. Is Westbrook the best point guard of our generation?
No, I don't think
No?
so. He's up there, but no, I definitely think Curry takes that spot. All respect to Russell Westbrook, though.
Okay. Griff?
I agree with Drew. And that's mainly because of what the game has done. Like Russell Westbrook, if he would have been drafted 10 years earlier.
So you're saying if Russell Westbrook is in the 98 draft, which we're fixing the redraft, he would have been a whole different character.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, don't you think that, if the 3-point wasn't as, what it is today, that, teams, they live and die by the threes because Curry, made it that way, and, that is, now analytically the smart shot. But, I mean, if you would have gone back to when the games were 75 to 80 as the final score,
I see what you mean. So Drew, do you think if Westbrook was about 10 years earlier in his life, or 10 years earlier in the NBA, do you think he would have been able to do what Allen Iverson did and take a team to the finals?
Possibly. I mean, there's a good chance he could have, but I mean, it really depends on who he would have been playing, like which side of the NBA, the Eastern and Western Conference.
He would. I mean, if it would have happened, he had to be in the East because in the West you had the
Yeah.
Spurs, you had the Lakers, and that's really all you had in the West for years upon years. And then you had the 1 year or the 2 years from the Mavs in the mid 2000s, but that's it. Like, if you're in the East, there's a chance because some of those East teams were like, oh, that's what you got. That's what you got to offer. Like, I mean, the Nets teams, they were pretty good, but like that. Other than that, like you had the Pistons as well. But I feel like there's a chance where if Westbrook had the right team, obviously, if such and such had the right team, they could have made it. But I think with the player Russell Westbrook was, he could have definitely done something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like if you look at the advanced analytics, they don't favor Allen Iverson.
Oh no, the advanced analytics hate Allen Iverson. They hate that man.
And they also don't favor Russell Westbrook, sadly.
Yeah. No, but they don't.
Just the fact of what he brought to a team. I never watched a game with Westbrook in it and thought he's not playing at 100%.
Oh, he gave it 2,000% every single game. If you look at some of his playoff stuff from 2006, the 2016 playoff and the 2017 playoffs, he led the playoffs with field goals attempted. 2017, in 5 games, he averaged 30 shots attempted. And then in 2017, in 6 games, he averaged 26 shots attempted. That's just crazy. That just blows my mind. For the playoffs, Westbrook averages 22, 6, and 7. And to think Westbrook only has 1 finals victory his entire career, with as long as it is, and just how storied of a player he is, it kind of does surprise me. That's like why he just that's all he ends up with. Because he ends up teaming with Harden. He, obviously early in his career, he had Harden, Westbrook, Durant, Serge Ibaka, and then they trade off Harden for nobodies, and they get the Steven Adams pick. They get Steven Adams to pair with him basically until he leaves OKC, and then they're like, all right, Russell Westbrook, we'll get you Paul George and Carmelo Anthony. They get Paul George. They trade off, oh my goodness, Domantas Sabonis and Victor Oladipo, and they take off immediately as soon as they leave OKC.
Yeah.
And I think it was just one of those things where, they were going all in at that time. They can't sit there and develop, starters, 2 starters like that. So they went off and got, Paul George, who Paul George almost won an MVP 1 year. He was second place in MVP one of those 2 years. And then they get Carmelo Anthony for 1 year, which that experiment was awful. Because they wanted Melo to be a 3-point guy, and he's not a 3-point guy.
No.
And then for the ability for Sam Presti to fleece the Rockets for 4 first-round picks to trade off Westbrook for Chris Paul is just crazy to me.
Yeah, no.
Well, Presti's been in his bag for a while now with that doing that.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to find that trade. But what I'm going to ask you guys, what is your favorite Westbrook moment?
It's trying to think what year it is. I'm not sure. It's in the playoffs against Memphis.
Against Memphis, okay.
And Serge Ibaka blocks a shot, and Westbrook just gets a fast break and just yams it on 2 people's heads. And just the crowd in OKC back then.
The crowd in OKC in general is still live. It's still lively.
Yeah. I mean, it's just... That's the kind of basketball that, drew fans in.
I've seen videos of the game, the crowd pops from his dunks.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yes. So I quickly found it. The Westbrook trade to Houston. Oklahoma City trades off Russell Westbrook. For Chris Paul, a 2021 first, a 2024 first, a 2025 first, and a 2026 first. So that trade just finished. And one of the picks was Nikola Topic, the guy that just has a million different things just stunting his career, which stinks. And then the trade that everybody loves,
Yeah.
the John Wall trade. John Wall and a second-round pick for Russell Westbrook.
That's a weird trade.
It is very weird. It's the only it was the only one that could match with salaries. But with all that said, guys, where does Westbrook rank it in your top point guards all time? Is he top 5 or top 10?
I'm gonna depends how far back
NBA history. Let's say this, whenever the NBA 100th anniversary team comes out and they make a list, right? If it's a perfect world, they'll do 10 of, they'll do 10, whatever, 10 of each position, the starters and whatever. They can make 10 different lineups. I think that would be pretty cool. Does Westbrook end up, is he top 10 or top 5, Griff? That's the question.
I think he's top 5.
Top 5, okay. Drew, top 10 or top 5?
I would probably say, I won't say top 5 too. I probably would.
Because if you think about it, you got Steph, Magic, John Stockton,
Oscar, Westbrook.
Well, then then you get into the conversation. Do you want Chris Paul?
Yeah.
Or Russell Westbrook?
That's a great question. That's a really, really good question. But Chris Paul never won MVP.
No, never won MVP. Westbrook's all-time triple-doubles leader. And it's kind of seems like Chris Paul is just a not as good John Stockton.
I feel like if Chris Paul also had Karl Malone, who ended up retiring number 2 all-time in points, it's a whole different story.
That's true.
But I feel like if John Stockton never had Karl Malone to just pass the rock to, and Karl Malone's just dribbling it for 10 seconds, trying to post somebody down, it's a whole different story. A totally different league. Chris Paul was on some bad teams. If you look through the annuals of history, Chris Paul is on some stinker teams. He was stuck in Charlotte. He was stuck in New Orleans. He got he got attempted to get traded to the Lakers, and David Stern said but they were like, oh, there was collusion during that because the team was owned by the league at the time, and they just came back from the lockout. It was immediately the lockout was over, and there's this trade, and David Stern's like, how would this trade get talked about if teams aren't supposed to be talking? Obviously, that just ruined. I think that the Clippers trade ended up being better for him, but
yeah,
I just at Westbrook at Chris Paul's best, at his best, he got his first year in OKC. He ended up getting 3rd in MVP, and he averaged 19, 9, and 3 with 2.5 steals. But he shot a better 3-point. He shot 37%, given it's only a few percent higher than Westbrook shot. But
it's a little bit higher than Westbrook.
Yeah, well, Westbrook was low 30s, so it's only
I think he was right at 30.
Oh, I think it's for his career is right at 30. Yeah, but even for Chris Paul's entire career, he was the reason. People might take Chris Paul over Westbrook. I'm not gonna lie to you, because Chris Paul was the reason why the Suns made the push to the finals.
Yeah, but then there's also some cases with Chris Paul where it does not blow over smoothly.
No. An
The
example.
Warriors, Chris Paul.
I don't know what they're doing with that shit.
The Houston, Chris Paul.
Now, Houston Chris Paul was good. It's just him and James Harden just couldn't stick with it. That's all it was.
And you have to think about it. Chris Paul was already in the second half of his career by the time that came around.
Yeah.
So.
Have you guys ever looked at the Rockets trade where he got traded? I'm sorry, from the Thunder to the Suns. Ty Jerome, Jocelyn, some bum, Kelly Oubre Jr. and Ricky Rubio, and a first round pick who ended up being Peyton Watson. That's all they got. That's all he had to give up. That was it.
Dang.
So I think the Suns won that trade. I think the Suns won that trade. But enough of the current talk, everybody. I hope you are ready for this because we're doing a first time ever here. We are combining the 1998 and the 1999 NBA draft right now. All right, everybody. The 1998 and 1999 draft had some good quality. It also is the draft that Dirk Nowitzki was in '98. My favorite player ever, Paul Pierce, was in said draft. And then the '99 draft, you have Manu Ginobili. You also get Antoine Jameson, Rashard Lewis, Vince Carter. '99 draft had 9 All-Stars. The '98 draft had 5 All-Stars. So there's some good quality guys here. You have Andre Kirilenko, Rip Hamilton, Wally Zerbiak, Steve Francis, Baron Davis, Big Hilton Brand. Let's just hope that he's not going to end up becoming your general manager because that man couldn't manage his way of a wet paper sack in Philadelphia. But I have declared myself pick number 2. So, Griff, Drew, who wants pick 1? And whoever doesn't get pick 1, they're getting the first set of back-to-back picks.
Griffin, you could take the 1-1.
All right. 1-1. Now on the clock in the 1998-1999 Virtual Press Box mashup redraft. Griffin Fountain, you're on the clock.
Well, I think there's only one right answer here. I'm going to take Dirk Nowitzki.
You scared me for a second.
A very, very solid pick.
Dirk, yeah. Dirk is...
He could take the second best power forward ever, potentially.
Not best. Not second best. He's top... Or would you rather have him or Charles Barkley?
That's a tough one.
I ain't gonna lie, I'd probably take Dirk.
Yeah, I probably would too.
It really just depends on what you want. You want someone that can score, shoot from every part of the floor, or Charles scoring down low and grabbing boards. It really just depends on what you need, what you want.
Would you rather have him or Karl Malone? On the court only.
Karl Malone is a different story, actually. Okay, yeah. we'll say third best.
Okay, all right. We could debate that on a later day.
He's got the most win shares out of both of these drafts.
He does. His win share is 206, and I think the next is. Yeah, the next is Paul Pierce at 150. That's
for something. His career, he averaged 27-3.
And he has the MVP. He has the finals, 2 finals appearances.
At his peak, he averaged 26, 10-3.
Yeah, that's just great. What did he shoot from 3 in his peak? Let me see if I can find that. because
I
that's
don't
what
know, man.
really separated him was his jump shot.
Yeah, but also, younger Dirk did have a little bit of mobility to
He
him.
did. He did.
It wasn't until he got older that he really developed a jump shot.
Yeah. Whenever Dirk won MVP, he shot 41% from three.
Yeah, he
And
was in
given he
that
only,
range of 35 to
yeah,
about 42 for a good bit.
yeah, even in his last year, he shot 41% from three. Like, and even old man Dirk was just still, hooping for
Yeah.
what he could do. But that leads us to pick number 2. It's a no-brainer. I'm wearing his jersey right now. My favorite basketball player of all time. The truth. Paul Pierce is going to be my starting small forward on my starting 5. Paul Pierce, he stuck with it. He was just a big piece of what Danny Ainge wanted to build whenever Danny Ainge took over, whenever the team sold in the early 2000s. But Paul Pierce has just always been my guy. Like, he averaged 19, 5, and 3 for his career. And for someone at the peak of their power to just swallow their pride and be like, hey, I am completely fine with, splitting, the ball with Kevin Garnett and splitting the ball with Ray Allen, like, that's just awesome. And, he also got stabbed. Like, I think it was 9 times, something like that. And I think the very next year he played 80 games. Paul Pierce is just a different guy, man. 2008 is the year I always go back to. He averaged 19 there, and the year before in 07 he averaged 25. So for him to be willing to cut his production down by 5 points and to just share the love with everybody, it just shows you like how much of an unselfish player he is. Now, let's not ask him his opinion on Ray Allen or Kevin Garnett his opinion on Ray Allen. Then, that's when it gets fun. But Paul Pierce is pick number 2 in this draft. So, Drew, that leads you with back-to-back here. Is somebody from the 99 draft going to be selected?
Maybe, but my first pick, I got to go Vince Carter.
Okay.
I got to go with Vince. Yeah, the man was insane.
Now, my issue with Vince Carter is that he gave up on the Raptors and he just didn't want to be there.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, but you can't deny how good of a player Vince was.
He was great. Vince Carter was a great player. And in the
Like
playoffs, he
22
even
years.
yeah. And in the playoffs for Vince, he averaged 18 points. He shot He shot 33 from 3 and altogether was 41% from the field. Like that's not that bad from your starting power forward, especially in the era he was in. That's what you would want.
Yeah, I mean, for his career, he averaged 16 and a half, 4 and 3.
Yeah, I think his stuff would be higher if he didn't linger around. Yeah, if you could take out from 25th, if you take out from Memphis on, then it's a whole different player. Like, that's when he started dipping down to 5 points a game, 6 points a game. 2016, he got 6 Man of the Year votes. He averaged 8 points a game in 2016, and he went to Sacramento. And I think, if I remember right, Sacramento gave him a stupid contract. But that doesn't surprise me. And then in the offseason, Sacramento brought him and Zach Randolph in.
At
and
his
Zach Randolph
peak,
was
he averaged 27, 5 and 4.
Yeah. I mean, he made
And
made
it was one of the
172 million.
one of the best dunk contests of all time.
Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%. Yeah, the contract with the Kings, they gave him 1 for $8 million at 40 years old.
Golly.
What are they doing? Oh my
more
God.
LeBron's going to make this year.
Yeah, literally. 40-year-old Vince Carter is getting more than LeBron James at 42. But, all right, Drew, who do you have for your second pick?
All right, here we're going to go to the 99 draft.
Okay.
I believe I'm going to go with Manu.
Manu Ginobili.
Manu.
That's a
right, baby.
fantastic pick. Manu was great. He didn't come into the league until a few years after the draft. That's why he was on the board for so long. But, you know, from the time he got to the league until he left, he was just super duper great. You couldn't go wrong with him on the court.
No.
I mean, the greatest six man of all time.
Yeah, he's literally, whenever you say greatest six man of all time, I think him. And I don't think Jamal Crawford. Like, that's who I think.
Yeah, it's definitely Manu. Definitely Manu.
Because James Harden styled his game.
Oh, is that what Harden said?
Yeah. No, I mean, and that's what Harden said. And you can see it, like, the younger Harden.
Yeah. You could definitely see it then.
The man literally brought the Euro step to what it is now. He was crazy with that Euro.
So that leaves me with my next pick. And I'm at a crossroads here trying to decide who I want. At the peak of their powers, they're kind of similar. But I think I'm going to go point guard here. And I'm going to go Baron Davis. Baron Davis, come on down.
Nice.
There's a good bit of point guards here. It was between him and Steve Francis, but I'm comfortable selecting Baron Davis. The man, he led the We Believe Warriors to an upset playoff win against Griffin's Dirk Nowitzki. So, Griff, you are on the clock. Yeah, back to back. Yeah, back to back.
I think with my first pick, I'm going to go with Elton Brand.
Elton Brand, all right. All right. Is he going power forward or center here for Elton Brand?
He's going to the center spot.
All right. Big man going to the center. Okay.
And he's got the fifth most win shares out of this whole team.
109. More than Manu.
16, 8.5, and 2 assists for his career. He peaked at 25, 10, and 2.
That's still great. That's great. A 6'9" center. Okay, so you're going a bit small. So here's my question for you, Griff. What nickname for him are you putting on your season merchandise? Slant, Chief Beef, or old school Chevy for Elton Brand here?
Chief Beef.
Chief Beef. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I was looking. I was like, in old school Chevy. I was like, what?
Look at him, 6'9", 275. That man's just built like an old school box Chevy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, Elton Brand, you can't go wrong there. There's obviously like glaring hole in big men. So going Elton Brand, you can't go wrong there. And Elton Brand would have stories to tell because he did play with Jeff Teague for a few seasons. So he was there. He witnessed a few things.
When you see what season, I'm sure he's involved in a couple of the 520 podcasts.
2013, 14, and then 2014-15.
Okay.
And those 2 years, he literally averaged 4 points and 4 rebounds. So he averaged a double single. But all right, Griff, who was your second pick?
My second pick is an honestly forgotten about and underrated point guard, and that is Andre Miller.
Professor.
Nice.
All right. Over Mike Bibby?
Andre's got more win shares.
Oh, analytical. Mike Bibby almost went to the finals, Griffin. Mike Bibby almost went head to head against Kobe and Shaq.
I understand, but I want a true point guard on my team.
Okay.
Because you gotta have someone to feed Dirk the ball.
I see.
Griffin sounds like Aaron Boone right now. And all these analytics shit.
Oh, yeah. You're having a fun time with Aaron Boone.
He peaked at 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 7 assists.
Okay. He also made one All-NBA team in 04. All right.
That was with Melo, wasn't it?
I don't know, actually.
Oh, wait, no, maybe not. Was it on Denver?
Let me find him really quick. He bounced around too.
Yeah.
Andre Miller.
In Philly.
Andre Miller. Oh, I'm sorry. He didn't make an. I thought he did. I'm sorry. He did not make an All NBA team. But I was thinking of someone else. Yeah, the Andre Miller, the good old professor here. He played 17 years, and it kind of seemed like there was a team that he didn't like because he played for Denver, Cleveland, Philadelphia, Portland, Washington, Clippers, Kings, Minnesota, and to end his career, he played with the Spurs. And he was just a prototypical point guard that you want off the bench. That was like, all right, handle the rock, make sure no dumb shit happens.
Yeah.
But, all right, so pick number 3 for me. My first 2 picks are Baron Davis and Paul Pierce. So, I have some room I can go here, but I think I know who I'm definitely going to take here. I'm going to want someone that can play some mean defense. And I'm going Richard Hamilton.
Ooh.
I thought you were going
Rip.
Action whenever you said.
Who'd you think I was taking?
We'll talk about that later.
Okay. Rip Hamilton, starting shooting guard. I'm going to demand him to wear the mask. Because that's...
Got to.
He has to. But Rip, he averaged 17 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. He shot 45% from the field his entire career. I mean, this guy was just a true hooper. He was a big part for their championship team in 04. I think it was the main guy locking down Kobe, was he not?
More than likely, I'd say so.
Yeah, he was locking Kobe down. Because that's the series where the media really lost the series for the Lakers. Because the media called him out. And they're like, oh, they need Kobe to score the ball. And Kobe shot, I think Kobe had like 2 points in game 5. But Rip Hamilton, you look at his career highs and you wouldn't think about it, but his career high for points in the game was 51 for a game. So that's just something that surprised me looking at his stats here. But I'm happy with Rip Hamilton. All right, so Drew, you're on the clock, back to back.
Yeah, don't really know where I want to go here.
Who do you have so far? What positions do you have?
I have Vince Carter and Manu.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Let's see here. Where's she at? I believe I'm going to take my point guard.
Okay. I'm curious on who you're going to take here because there's a few routes you can go.
Yeah. I believe I'm going to go with Steve Francis.
Steve Francis, yeah. That's who I almost went, Steve Francis. But I like
I
that
believe
pick,
that's who
Steve
I'm going to go
Francis.
with. Yeah, that's who I'm going to take for my point guard. No, yeah. He didn't have too long of a career.
No, I
But
think his career was shortened by injury too.
It was.
Yeah.
But Rookie of the Year, 3 All-Stars, shot really good from the 3. Well, not the best, but
For at the time, yeah, he shot good. That Knicks, whenever he
yeah,
went to the Knicks, he shot 53%. That's
it's
just
crazy.
crazy. 53% in 24 games, and he was averaging. Okay, he was only averaging half a three a game, but 53%. That's still great.
Yeah.
But he was there for the early years of Yao Ming, wasn't he? So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I guess it's just one of those things, like a big what if for him.
Yeah.
Career
He
high
could
was 44 points at 7. His career highs was 44, 17, and 15 in different games, but that just shows you like he's versatile in the point guard spot,
he
especially with
could
him being 6'3".
I
score,
believe he only
play some
played like 2
defense.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah. He looks like last year he actually played was 08, 07,
Yeah.
08.
Okay.
And then he was injured for 08, 09, and then must have retired after that. But no, he could play some defense, score the ball, dish the ball out, grab a couple boards. So it's going to be my point guard.
All right.
And then this draft really lacks big men, and
Yes.
I'm just going to go ahead and take Lamar Odom.
Lamar Odom, power forward, or you small ball and put him at center?
I think I'm going to put him at center for now.
Okay. For now. Okay.
We'll see how the
Okay.
rest of this goes out. But I seen a clip a couple days ago, might have been a couple weeks ago, of him, Kobe, and Powell running that triangle offense in LA.
Yeah. When they were in that
And
triangle, that was nasty.
it's insane. The man could pass the ball, score, handle the ball. So that's who I'm going to take.
Lamar is underrated for his career because he played with Kobe, but he averaged 13, 8, and 4 for his career.
Yeah,
What was his shooting
he could have
stats?
just stayed off the drugs. He would have
Yeah. For him
stayed
to
away
be
from the Kardashians.
legally pronounced dead from crack overdose is just crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
Did you hear what he said about Kobe?
No.
I did not.
He said he seen Kobe in a dream. And Kobe told him that heaven ain't all it's cracked up to be.
Oh shoot.
Oh man. What drugs do to you, everybody? But all right. So Drew goes back to back there, leaving it to me here. And I'm going to go, I think I'm going to go this route. A power forward. I don't know yet. I want to compare careers really quick between these two players because I feel like I can draft either one and be fine with it. but I also want to make sure rebounding isn't an issue between the two. Yeah. I'm gonna go Antoine Jameson on power forward.
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah, he's second in the '98 draft class in rebounds behind Dirk, and Antoine averaged 18 and 7 for his career at the power forward position. Antoine really bounced around. He ended up winning a Sixth Man of the Year. He was on the All Rookie team. I think 2 All Stars. If I remember correctly, he was there that entire debacle with the gun situation for the Wizards. He was on that team. The peak of his powers. The peak of the powers. He was 32 years old. He averaged 22 and 8. Well, basically 22 and 9. So almost a double for his career, almost 10 years in. And then after that, he kind of like dips in production. He goes to Cleveland. He plays with LeBron for a year. Okay. And then he goes to both LAs to end his career. But Jameson was very solid. Like, Antoine was really, really good. But by the end of his career, you kind of like, you just look at some of the teams he was on, it kind of just seemed like it just fell off.
Yeah, I mean, it happens to a lot of guys.
It does. It does. Like, you look at his 04 trade when he got traded by the Mavericks to the Wizards. He got traded for Devin Harris, Christian Laettner, and Jerry Stackhouse. And then when he got traded to the Cavs, it was just like a 3-team trade where nothing but big salaries were getting dumped. But Jameson was a very solid player. He really, really was.
Yeah. No, he's a good pick. He's got 88 win shares.
Yeah, he does. His PER was 18, so like that's not too bad. His field goal percentage was 45%, and he shot 34% from 3. And for someone that went before Vince Carter did in his draft, I honestly think I would take Jameson's career path over Vince Carter's career path.
I mean, Vince played 22 years. Come on.
Okay, I guess I can't say shit if I was Vince Carter and the Kings called me up at the ripe age of 40 said, "Hey, buddy, you want $8 million?" Who am I to say no?
Exactly.
But, all right, Griff, back to back here.
All right. Well, I got my bigs so far.
Who are your bigs?
Dirk and Elton Brand.
Okay.
And I got my point guard.
You do? So who's I mean, you could go ahead and draft some bench guys if you want to leave your other 2 positions open if you want to. You're gonna go that route, but
Well, I think the smart move here is to take Sean Marion.
yes, Sean Marion,
Sean Marion, baby.
the Matrix. You putting him at power forward or small forward for Sean Marion? Or are you putting Dirk at small forward? Or you having Marion come off the bench? How are you doing this with Marion?
I'm gonna put Marion at small forward.
Okay. Marion was good defensively. He's on a you look at his basketball reference page. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 6 years where he got votes for Defensive Player of the Year. He also made 2 All-NBA teams. So for 2 different years, he was a top 15 player, which was 04 and 05. Both years, he played 81 games. He averaged 19 in 04 and 22 in 06. Or I'm sorry, 22 in 05. Then he was a part of the Shaq trade. Every time I look at that Shaq trade, I kind of like forget everybody was in that who was in that Shaq trade to send Shaq to Phoenix.
Another forgotten year about Shaq's downfall.
Yeah. I mean,
The
at one
sun
point,
shine.
I did have a Sun Shack jersey.
That's crazy work, Ricky.
I mean, it happens. My prize jersey I'm looking for is a Celtic Shack, and that jersey is so expensive. It's so expensive.
I think at mine too, I'm gonna put Jason Terry.
Okay, Jet. All right.
Oh, Jason Terry.
Jason Terry was good. He was
He
really good.
was.
I remember whenever the Celtics trusted him at point guard, and I said, "This is not going to work." And then we ended up fleecing. We ended up fleecing with Jason Terry, so I was fine with that.
Wasn't he
Jason,
part of the Mavs
he,
Yeah.
finals run?
yeah,
He
I think he
cooked
was off the
LeBron.
bench. Yeah,
Yeah, no.
Cooked
He locked
LeBron
up
up.
LeBron too, didn't he?
Yeah.
yeah. Jason Terry for his career averaged 13, but he shot 38% from three for his career. He won Sixth Man of the Year. He has a ring. He was an All-Rookie team, but let's not forget he was a part of the Big Three trade from the Celtics to the Brooklyn Nets. He played until he was 40. He ended up starting 4 games for the 2017-18 Bucks. And if I'm a young Giannis at that point and I see a 40-year-old Jason Terry starting with me, I'll be like, guys, this is what I came into America for? 40-year-old Jason Terry?
Wasn't he also the guy that got LeBron completely jumped over?
Yeah. The lob. Pretty sure it
Yeah.
was Jason Terry.
Oh
The lob
my
was Jason
God.
Terry.
I remember that game. I watched it live.
I was watching it live too.
I watched that shit live. It was a steal by Wade.
And LeBron cuts back door.
It was a steal by Wade. LeBron cuts back door, lobbed, and LeBron throws down the meanest dunk of his life in Boston. So bad, he's staring at Jason Terry. The ref said, "Tech." They teed LeBron's ass up for staring at Jason Terry as he laid there in his own grave. Once I remember watching that live.
He didn't knock him down. He was just.
Terry was on the ground. He was on the ground. I will never forget that because he stared at him, and LeBron got a tech. And at that moment, I said, "Yeah, this run is over for the Celtics." Oh my! I will never, for my life, forget that. I was watching it on ESPN, and I saw that fucking Dwayne Wade stole it. He just fucking tossed it over like that, and he just threw down the nastiest dunk you could ever see in your life. For anybody that doesn't know what it is, please go watch it. It silenced all of Boston, and it kind of put the final nail in the coffin for the Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen. Ray Allen wasn't on the team at that point. Ray Allen was in Miami.
Yeah, I believe he was.
So the Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett Celtics, it kind of was the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, they had Jason Terry on Club 520.
Oh yeah, I gotta.
He said that he D Wade lobbed it, and he was just like looking up. He's like, "Where the fuck is he throwing that?" I remember seeing his feet.
Yeah, that's.
But good player.
Very good player. Great player. He's the prototypical guy you want off the bench. 5 straight years, he was in the running for Sixth Man of the Year. He was top 3 in on all 5 of those. He ended up winning a Sixth Man of the Year in 07, 08. He averaged 15 off the bench. But Griff, is that both picks?
Yep.
Yeah, Sean Marion and Jason Terry. Okay. So for me, I need my center, my 6th man, and my 7 man. This is where it gets tough. The final 9, the final stretch for us. And I think I'm gonna. Oh God, no! I don't know about that actually. I almost did something stupid. I'm not going to. Huh. This is where it does get tough. You know what? I'm gonna take a bench player. I'm gonna take a bench player. Leave my center spot open right now. I'm gonna take Wally Zerbiak.
Wally Zerbiak.
I always liked Wally Zerbiak. He shot 40% from three. The old Spaniard Wally Zerbiak will be my sixth man.
He averaged 14 and 4 for his career.
Yeah, 14 and 4 off the bench. Like that's essentially what you want from a small forward. And the area he's in, you see this color of his skin. You know what he's gonna do. He's gonna shoot threes. Like there's no racism on it. Like this man's he's just gonna be a 3-point guy. He ended up playing with the Kevin Garnett teams that almost made a run, and he was a part of the Ray Allen trade to send Ray Allen to Boston. So he was a big piece to the beloved Big Three of mine.
He, at his peak, he averaged 19 and 5.
Yeah, I mean that's great. Like that's just really good stuff. Yeah, the Celtics traded him, Jeff Green, Delonte West, a second-round pick for Ray Allen and Glenn Davis. They robbed him. And then you end up looking at the trade he'll evolve a year later, and it's like, Jesus Christ, this is a fucking cash dump.
Yeah.
He was in a trade where the Bulls traded Ben Wallace and Joe Smith in 2008. My God. But yeah, Wally Zerbiak will be my sixth man. Drew, you have back-to-back here.
Hell yeah. I think I know who I'm going to go with. I believe I'm going to go ahead and I believe I'm going to take Al Harrington here.
Oh, Al Harrington. Yeah.
Because I need a 4. All I'm lacking right now. And
Harrington was
he's going to
good.
be good next to Lamar.
Yeah, that should be some good defense.
Yes. Yeah.
So you're going to put Vince at the 2?
Vince is playing at 3. Mono's at the 2. I'm going to play Vince at the 3.
Okay.
And then... Yeah, no, Al should be good. Good for me in this lineup. Next. I'm split between 2. I don't know who I want to take. I believe I'm just going to go ahead and get me an enforcer to come in off the bench. And I'm going to take Ron Artest, baby.
Ron Artest. Yeah, you there's no wrong answer on Ron Artest there.
No. The Malice at the Palace, baby.
At the peak of his power, like he was a borderline MVP.
Yeah, he was very good.
And then the Malice Palace happened.
I was looking at it. I didn't know. 1 year he averaged 20 points.
Yeah. He was good. He was very good.
Oh, yeah. Shoot the 3 a little bit,
Yeah, you can shoot the 3 a little bit. You just got to watch out for his elbows. Might get you.
As long as you're not James Harden, you should be all right.
Yeah, as long as you're not Harden, you're fine.
Never forget Ron hit that big shot in the finals.
He did. Yeah. He did. They put it away.
Kobe passed me the ball, and I shot a 3.
Yeah.
I think if I'm going this real life route, I think I might end up taking more life advice from Ron Artest over Lamar Odom. I'm just going to keep it real. He was a big part with the resurgence for the Lakers in the late 2000s. It was a really big part.
No, he was. Like 100%.
Man could play some defense.
Oh my
Kobe
God,
was a good defender, but Ron was one of the best perimeter defenders of all time.
Yeah. So here we are. With my pick. I'm looking through the annuals of this, and I'm trying to find some sort of center that could just do something. Because for those who don't know, the draft classes in these two drafts is kind of the end of the big man. That's just the best way to put it. They're kind of like the dodo birds. I'm kind of looking at it, and I'm like, I have Baron Davis, Rip Hamilton, Paul Pierce, Antoine Jameson. Like, I don't need a star. I don't need like a big time star at my center spot, right? I'm thinking to myself, who should I take? And I'm not taking Michael Olowokandi unless I do.
With the number one pick.
Yeah, I mean, he ended up like, what? You know what? I need to look at Michael Olowokandi stats.
No,
he averaged 8 and 6 in 500 games. Like 8 and 6, 500 games. He played 9 years. He got drafted by the Clippers, man, in the late 90s, early 2000s. You're stuck in the Clippers for 5 years. Like, that just does you in. You know what? Just get some fucking rebounds, Michael Olowokandi. Michael Olowokandi down. His peak was 12 and 9. Just give me that. Give me 12 and 9, Michael Olowokandi. From the University of Pacific.
It wasn't even on my board.
Wasn't on Griff's big board.
Yeah. Well, I don't care what you think, Mel Kiper.
This is deserving of a double woe.
Oh, from Bill Simmons. Oh my God. Michael Olowokandi, give me some fucking rebounds. Don't shoot the ball. Just rebound it, kick. All right, Griffin, this is your last 2 picks now, correct?
I believe so.
All right.
Yeah, if we're doing 7. Yeah. It's my last 2 picks. Now, I think I'm trying to think of what I need. Because I have my starting 5.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go... I think I'm going to go shooting guard, Cuttino Mobley.
Cuttino Mobley, all right. Are you going to let Cuttino continue to dye his beard gray?
Yes.
Okay.
And Cuttino's also, pretty sure he's also one of those guys that also had his career shortened by injury.
I think it might have been shortened by injury, but he ends up playing in the early seasons of Ice Cube's Big 3 League. Yeah, because I used to watch that.
Yeah, I mean, at his peak, he averaged 20 and 6.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that.
No, 21 and 4. I was looking at it. Wrong one.
Not a bad shooter either.
No.
And then, I think I need someone else to pass the ball a little bit.
Oh my God, I know exactly what you're going fucking Globetrotters over here.
So I'm gonna go with good old Mike Bibby.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're going. Bibby would end up starting if this was a real 82. I hope you know that. He would end up starting.
Over Andre Miller.
Yes! Andre Miller didn't go head to head with Kobe and Shaq in the Western Conference Finals.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. If it don't work out with Andre, I can put in Mike Bibby, and we'll be good to go.
You want to know what you have in your hands here? You have a Dennis Schroeder, Russell Westbrook situation in your hands right now. That's what that is.
No.
The fact that you draft Andre Miller first over fucking Mike Bibby is ludicrous. Andre Miller over Baron Davis? Crazy! Andre Miller? You took Andre Miller over Drew, who's your point guard? Please remind me.
I got Steve Francis.
Over Steve Francis?
I feel like the old man talking about Tim Duncan right now. You have no idea how good Andre Miller was.
You're dude. What the hell are you talking about here?
You're disrespecting Andre Miller.
Oh yes, because Andre Miller is definitely the guy I want starting over Mike Bibby. Yes.
Hey, that's why I have them both. You didn't draft either of them.
Yeah, because I didn't need to. Because I knew the Los Angeles Kings or the fucking not the LA Kings, that's hockey. I knew the Sacramento Kings are in this fucking draft here with what you're doing here. What are you building there at point guard?
Fine, you go ahead and have fun with Baron Davis.
I will have fun with Baron Davis.
I got Andre Miller and Mike Bibby.
I have the heart and soul from the We Believe Warriors right here, buddy.
Well, you're going to need that We Believe Warriors to win some games against my team.
I have the fucking truth on my team. Who are you to belittle my team?
All right, we'll see, Ricky. We'll see.
We will see.
The advanced analytics favor my team.
Shove those analytics up your ass. You know what?
That's all I'm saying.
You know what? You want to know who my 7-man is? I'm gonna draft him just because I think he's a better point guard off my bench than he is starting for your team. I'm drafting Tyrone Lue.
Okay. You go ahead and do that. He wasn't even on my board either. You drafted two players that were not even on the board for me, Ricky.
Fuck your board. Tyrone Lue shot 39% from 3. I got shooters on my bench.
All right. Andre Miller is going to step over Tyrone Lue, just like Allen Iverson did.
Andre Miller has no handles. He's just going to bring it down the court and fucking pass it. We all know the infamous still shot of the player from the Celtics in the 80s that played with a neck brace on, the way he was dribbling. That's going to be Andre Miller on your team.
Okay, we'll see.
Okay, we will see, huh?
I will load this into 2K. Tonight, and we'll see what happens.
Please do. You'll see Paul Pierce drop 32 in your ass like he did against you when I played you again.
Dirk is going to cook your ass.
Oh, with Antoine Jameson on my team. Please. Anyways, Mr. Irrelevant, Drew Melton, who is the last man of the Virtual Press Box 98-99 draft.
Let's see. I don't know who I want to take. I believe I'm going to go with another guard.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Let me actually look at something real quick. Oh. Where's she at? Right here. Yeah, I believe I'm just going to go ahead and take white chocolate Jason Williams.
Jason Williams would have been a better option, Griffin.
Okay. Whatever. Quit telling yourself that.
Jason Williams has a ring! Jason Williams was the backup point guard for the Heat when they won the finals.
Exactly, the backup point guard for a team that had Dwayne Wade. Freaking, who was starting over him? It was fucking
Gary Payton.
A 36-year-old Gary Payton. All right.
That's the defensive player of the year at one point.
All right.
Still Gary Payton.
That's the fucking glove.
And Shaq at the peak of his powers.
Come on. Drew, your team trumps Griffins. I hope you know that.
You can hate on my team all you want. I will load this shit into 2K tonight and show you.
Oh, please, FaceTime me while you do it, too. So I can laugh at it whenever Paul Pierce drags his balls all over you.
Okay. We will see.
You know what? You're making me do this. I got to look at this 05-06 Heat team. They went 52-30. Right? Let's see here.
How old is Gary Payton?
He was in year 15. He was the oldest man on the team. Yes, he was the oldest man on the team. Gary Payton was 37, and Gary Payton averaged 7 and 3. He started 25 games. Jason Williams started 56 games, and he averaged 12 and 5. So, in the playoffs, Jason Williams started in the playoffs. Jason Williams averaged 9 and 4 in the playoffs. So Drew, goodbye you. You have a finals winning point guard on your bench.
I had to take white chocolate. I had to. There's another card.
Yeah.
No,
but,
Jason Williams is a good pick.
Yeah, he is a good pick. Better than Andre Miller. But that's... Andre Miller is a 6-man Griffin. Yeah, I mean, come on.
You don't believe in advanced analytics.
Get out of here with that.
You don't value defense.
What do you mean I don't value defense? I have Rip Hamilton and Antoine Jameson.
You don't value the pure point guard position anymore.
Yeah, like Baron Davis is a fucking slouch.
I'm not saying he's a slouch. But
you're saying he's a slouch because you didn't take him.
No, because I could have taken him, and I didn't.
All right, okay. Yeah. I'm gonna call up Vlade Divac and be like, hey man, I know somebody that should be in your war room every year you draft for the Kings. I'm gonna give them your information.
Tell them to call. Give me a call. I'll have the Sacramento Kings a championship in about 5 years.
Okay, yeah, I'll believe that when it happens.
Huh?
But everybody, that is today's episode. I hope you enjoyed this. We enjoyed it a whole lot. Obviously, if you have an opinion on who had the better team, we all know who has the worst team here. But thank you, everybody. No, that's you, my man. That's you. Right here, it's under me. That's you. But Drew, Griffin, thank you for being on. And before we go, what is your sign off, Griffin?
Tighten up.
Tighten up.
Keep it simple.
Okay. Drew.
Ready for NFL, baby? How about them Cowboys?
I won't repeat that one. And for me, the season's still going. Let's go Mets. Baseball season's still going. I don't care what their standing is. They will always be rep to me. 25-8. But thank you, everybody, for listening. You have a good night.
Put it in the box!
So long, everybody.
That's not the problem at all.
I know.